Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be sharing tips on how you can become a better PvMer. The first tip I have is actually a repeat of what I said in my goals video for OSRS accounts, and that tip is to focus on stats. Your combat stats are the foundations for your PvM experience. You achieve new equipment, experience per hour, and increase your DPS. Focus on your stats as they are far more important than achieving the best in slot gear. Player with 99 range with Eagle Eye using a rune crossbow, Ava's accumulator, black d'hide, snakeskin boots, and other low tier items will out DPS someone with best in slot crossbow gear with 90 range and Eagle Eye. So guys, the most important thing is focus on your stats. They are your foundation. Does anyone remember what their first boss was in OSRS? I do, and it was Barrows. And let me tell you, Barrows is an excellent starter for those who are looking to getting acquainted with PvM. Since you're starting to experience PvM, ease into it. Start small. Barrows is an excellent starter since there are three primary things it teaches. The first being micromanaging your supplies. You'll learn when to eat and when to drink a prayer potion. The second being prayer conservation. Since nearly all the attacks from the brothers are quite slow, you can comfortably learn how to turn your prayers off and on, since you will get acquainted with the attack speeds of your enemy. Lastly, knowing gear setups with your opponents you're facing. You'll learn about researching gear setups, why they are this way, why they are optimal this way. Basically, you'll get a good idea. Barrows is made for mid-tier accounts, so if you're roughly in the 75 to 85 combat range, try out Barrows. You may get lucky with your first few chests. PvM takes time to be successful in. Look at the Inferno, Theater of Blood, and Chambers of Xeric. Speaking of Chambers of Xeric, want to know how many times I had to complete a raid before I would stop dying to the final Ohm phase? Over 40 raids. It took me a minimum of 20 hours to learn on how to position myself at Ohm, how to work with the game to avoid damage, how to micromanage my supplies so I wouldn't be without brews in the last phase. Expect failure and learn from it, guys. When I first did raids, I expected failure. And I received failure. I was hesitant to try again, but slowly but surely I did. And my word of advice, you guys, you should expect failure, you should learn from it, and keep in mind that the only obstacle is yourself. If you say that you can't do it, you will not do it. If you say you can do it, you will do it. You need some perseverance, you need some self-discipline, but if you're looking to complete the Inferno, Theater of Blood, couple hundred Chambers of Xeric raids without dying, go for it. What is stopping you? Yourself. Press through, learn from it, and keep going. It's best to do your research on the boss you're looking to face. Knowing your opponent is needed so that you can bring the proper equipment and supplies. Now, the type of research depends on the type of person that you are. Are you a visual learner? Or are you comfortable with reading text? If you're a visual learner, look up guides on YouTube. There are plenty of videos out there for teaching people on how to perform better while fighting a specific monster. If you don't need visuals, then the OSRS wiki is perfectly fine for you. Also, there's a dedicated Discord server that tells you the most optimal setups and mechanics on every boss within Old School Runescape. As you can see on the screen, there are channels with loads of information to help you to be successful. If you're looking for something like that, feel free to join. It's an excellent source of information to have at your fingertips. I occasionally use it, as well as if I need a refresher on something, it's there and I can just get a quick summary as to what I need to do or what I need to bring. So I definitely recommend it. I'll have it in the description for the link for it, so check that out if you're interested. As you experience PvM, you'll learn mechanics, and that will mean the mechanics of the game, such as tick eating, knowing when the exact moment of when to eat, if you're going to be dealt serious damage so you stay alive, pray flicking so that your prayer remains full, as well as positioning on the field so you take less damage in the long run. These are all tools that you can learn in order to better prepare yourself with your adventures in PvM. Practice them when you're trying bosses. Once you get one boss down to a science, there's ways that you can definitely improve. One example would be Bandos. If you're soloing Bandos, if you're an Iron Man or whatever, you're a main account going for pet, if you know that you can solo it 2 or 3 kills a trip, you're doing good. But now let's up the ante. Let's learn how to pray flick. Let's learn on how to position the boss so that you can just, pray mage, pray range, pray melee, so that you take 0 damage. That's quite skillful. It's quite difficult, I will say that. It's hard. It's hard. So you have to just learn it and practice it. It's not going to be something you get in an afternoon, but as you continually try to do it, learn the mechanics of the game, you'll just eventually become better and better, and you'll be impressed with yourself. And it's like, I did that. I did that. Look at that. I did that. And there you go. That's it, guys. Thank you once again to our channel membership supporters, and this time they are Kevin Ace and Josh Sterling. Once again, guys, thank you for supporting the channel. It's very much appreciated. And with that, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you found it very helpful, as well as please enjoy this outro.